Summer Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, some more residue from the Terrence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, fight. What people are thinking. How is it going down? You know what I mean? The pathetics are only talking Terrence Crawford and David Benavidez, right? But what about this? This is probably part 2 to the last video. David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez to fight David Benavidez or retire, right? And then if he retires, then he could take a little time off, come back, fight the Jake Pauls of the world, and doesn't have to do anything. I've seen some people still say Canelo is still the best fighter. Canelo's still number 1. If he's still number 1, then he could fight David Benavidez in his weight division. Or Dimitri Bivol in his weight division of 168. If Canelo's weight division is 168, right? That should be the fight. Not Terrence Crawford against somebody even bigger than Canelo. Because like I said in the last video, everybody who thought Canelo was going to win was because of his size, right? He's so much bigger than Crawford. Then the whole thing, the Crawford fight happened because Canelo Alvarez did not want to fight David Benavidez, the Mexican monster. Not some other, not the Ecuadorian monster, not the black brother monster, not the new Russian monster, the Mexican monster. So a Mexican dude, the best Mexican of all time, should want to slay the Mexican monster. I mean, that would be normal, don't you think? Don't you think that somebody that's one of the best of all time, the best Mexican of all time, that's still 35 years old, basically in his prime, should not like somebody being called the Mexican monster in or around his division? You think Roy Jones would let somebody be called, the black, monster? You're right, the black boogeyman. You think Terrence Crawford gonna have somebody called the boogeyman? Remember when Errol Spence was called the boogeyman? What did Terrence Crawford do? Oh, hell no. The boogeyman can't be called the boogeyman when I'm chasing him. And he changed his name to the Big Fish because it's like, oh, I'm the most popular. The Big Fish was kind of like, it's another, a.k.a. the cash cow, a.k.a. the face of boxing, that kind of stuff. That's most popular. Those kind of things. That's what the Big Fish basically meant. I'm the A side. Who cares about that? Who's the best? That's what we should be caring about anyway. So, let's get to Dave Benavidez. I done told y'all, Terrence Crawford ain't got to fight nobody. They ain't got too many accolades, right? Dave Benavidez ain't been undisputed, right? Ain't been undisputed. Why? Because Canelo didn't give him an opportunity. Canelo could have just said, damn it, I'm dropping the belts. I'm going to let David Morrell and Dave Benavidez fight at 168 pounds for undisputed. Didn't happen. Canelo was undisputed, so he didn't never fight him, Dave Benavidez. He ain't undisputed. He got one belt at 175 pounds. Dave Benavidez ain't never been top 5 pound for pound yet. As he should have been? Well, not really yet. Because we can't put him in front of the top 3. That top 3 is pretty much safe. But right after that is Bivol and Benavidez together. Until further notice. So that top 5 is kind of like safe. Because Dimitri Bivol is the truth, and so is Benavidez. Right? So, but Benavidez hasn't done that yet. So the question is, what would Terrence Crawford get out of even facing David Benavidez? Matter of fact, what would David Benavidez get out of beating up small Terrence Crawford? It's a lose-lose for everybody involved, right? Terrence Crawford taking on some other stuff, or we asking a damn senior citizen to take on. No. So, I think David Benavidez is going to get his accolades or whatever where you at, 175 pounds. There's enough people up there at 175. There's some big fights coming David Benavidez's way with people his own damn size. We keep saying people are weight bullying, but let me tell you something about weight bullying. And the way boxing is today, everybody's not walking around in their weights. That's what, if you want people to be close to their weights when they're walking around, then you should be a huge Floyd Mayweather fan. But you probably not are yet. But Floyd Mayweather is the only one who was fighting close to his walk around weight. Everybody else is huge, draining down, way down and stuff. You know what? I'm just gonna put a number out there. Ain't nobody who's fighting in a weight walk around less than 20 pounds heavier than when they're on fight night. And I'm being generous. It's probably even more than that. But 20 pounds at least. If you fighting at 147, you walking around at 167, 170, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you are. Floyd Mayweather was fighting at 147 and walking around at 151. You know what I mean? That's the kind of stuff we talk about. So if you like people that are not, because everybody's weight bullying is what I'm trying to tell y'all. But except for Floyd Mayweather. And anybody else, put your hand up if you're not weight bullying. But everybody is. So that's what that is. So let's just make this clear. Getting back to it. Not Terrence Crawford versus David Benavidez. Canelo versus David Benavidez. Or just simply retire. What you think? Nova Sports Talk. Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.